Quebec, Canada, fighting Troy the Destroyer Dorsey, 12 rounds for the World Super Lightweight Championship.
What are you going to do now as far as kickboxing?
First, I want to thank God. Say hello to my wife, Shelly and Kendra. Happy birthday, Shane. And thank all of my instructors and students at my school. Now, pick up kickboxing and boxing both again and go out there a world title.
Congratulations.
Okay, thank you. All right.
The winner and still Hurricane World Super Lightweight Champion of the world, Troy the Destroyer Dorsey!
My girls taking them to college was very difficult. 4 years apart. My first daughter, Kendra, she went to church. She went to school at college in Denton, UNT. That's it. That's the college in Denton. That's where she went, and she actually moved out of her house. She lived in Dallas. So she made the drive every day to Denton, and that was tough. It wasn't like a big move. She just took a few things from our house, and we've always, well, maybe not. We haven't always been as close as we are now. So she's gotten more mature, and I've gotten more mature. So we're closer now probably than we've ever been. She's 33 years old, and I don't even think we moved her, really. But then my next daughter, Shelly, okay, my oldest daughter's Kendra, my youngest daughter, Shelly, she wanted to go to Texas State. So we had a truck at that time, and we packed everything up we could for her and drove her down. And she had a car, so she was able to drive down, and then she could come see us. She came back to Mansfield. Oh, oftentimes it was weekly. So that was nice. Spend out with us, see her friends, do other stuff. But yes, that was, now that's been probably 7 years ago. 7 years ago. It was difficult. It was sad at times. But you have to let them grow. You have to let them go and grow. So if I had it my way, of course they would be living with us all the time, even now. But you have to let them go. They grow up. It's time for them to be on their own. There's a time for, the Bible talks about being a time for everything. And the time for everything is not being with Dad, with our kids, being with Mom and Dad, or being with Mommy and Daddy, living at home. And of course they know they can do that, and they come and visit quite a bit. And we get to see them often now. But yeah, letting them go was a difficult thing to do as a dad. There's so much, there wasn't as quite many things going on at that time and day. But still there's a lot of things going on with rapes, people breaking into their apartments and homes and things like that. But God was watching over our kids, and He brought them home safe when they came to see us, and so far they've still been safe under a hedge of protection from Him. And yeah, just the worries of a dad. And the Bible talks about in the Bible it talks about worrying is a sin. So we have to give it all to Him, and with open hands, with open pockets, give it to Him. He'll take care of everything, and even if things happen, horrible things happen to young ladies every day in America. So just real fortunate that nothing happened to them, and they were able to graduate college. And then Kendra moved back to Dallas. Actually, she was still living in Dallas, and she went to University of Texas at Dallas, and she earned her master's degree in speech pathology. I'm thinking I'm missing out of a part of the verbiage of what she's actually called, but she is a speech therapist and continues to keep her license up and work some, even though she has 2 children now. I'm happy for her and proud of her. And she and her husband do wedding pictures on the weekends. So oftentimes we don't have to. We get to keep our granddaughter Olivia, and that's a fun thing. So Shelley she works with people, giving them oxygen, and helping with the people in the operating room when they give you medicine where you go to sleep. What's that called? Anesthesia. Yeah, she's not an anesthesiologist, but she's something like that. I think she's 1 tier below that. So that's what she does. Yeah, I'm very proud of her. Also, I couldn't be more happy for my kids. And they both have, and Kendra now has Lorenzo, born June 4th, and Cruz was born April 8th this year. So 2 years ago, June 4th, our first son, Lorenzo, and then Shelley had Olivia July 7th. After June 4th, July 7th, very quickly we got to have a little granddaughter, so we got both all packaged up in a little beautiful child. The one word would be just pure joy and happiness. Nothing like it. Just little creation that our God created. I think because I'm more mature 25, 30 years later, that, yeah, it's just amazing, just realizing that our God is an amazing God, puts these little kids together, everything's just right. And I know some people have problems and their child has problems that are born not healthy or something. There's so many things that could go wrong, and I know I'm just real fortunate and presented and think that it's just a huge blessing to be able to have these little creations from Kendra when she was born 33 years ago to our new grandkids. The most recent one born April 8th, the day before Easter. His name is Lorenzo, and he has a big brother named Lorenzo. So we got Cruz, Lorenzo, and Olivia. They're just amazing little creations. And see them, Olivia has I think more than 100 words now already, and she's only 2. And 8 knows her ABCs. So I'm still working on my ABCs, and she's already got it down. And Leslie will hold them, and or they'll just run and jump out and scare them, and then just start chasing them, and they would do it again. They would do it again. They would do it again, and Olivia says, "More, more, more." So whenever we're going to Colorado next month with them. But we're going to go to Pagosa Springs, where Leslie and I have some property, and we're going to go to a family reunion that is going to be, it's near Denver. We're going to get to go there, maybe enjoy a little bit of cooler weather, and get to see some relatives that I've never met and some that I have, and some that I haven't seen in a long, long time. So I'm looking forward to it for sure. It's been a long time, maybe 5 years, but yeah, I've gotten to see a lot of maybe 10 years. It's a blessing to be able to visit with as many of them as you can before they go on. That can be tough. And of course, I have some regret. Looking back, should have seen my grandparents more. Should have visited them more. Although we visited them quite a bit, but there's always room for more time. Time is a really important thing because we can't get it back, and because it goes so fast. So the Bible even talks about, it says the time on earth is but a vapor. And some translations say the time on earth is but a mist. Just it's gone. So I want to try to make sure that I spend as much time with who I like to spend my time with. Not who I would like. That kind of sounds like, but make sure. I want to make sure. Tell anybody watching this program, make sure they give their mom and dad a kiss. Sorry if you don't have a mom or dad. I'm fortunate that I still do. My mom's 81, my dad's 82. But give them a kiss every time you see them, and hug your brothers and sisters. Say hello to your cousins. Hug them all, because they are family. And there are so many families that are holding grudges and not getting to see each other. Yeah, there's been some times when someone did something to someone that I wasn't very happy with, and I didn't really understand why. And I still don't know why. But we're people, and we all mess up. If we say something to somebody or we do something to somebody, we always apologize. None of us are perfect. So make sure that you apologize, and make sure you let those grudges go away, because a grudge doesn't hurt my relative, it only hurts me. So we want to make sure, don't hold them, and to catch yourself doing it, stop it, let it go, and give it to God. He'll take care of it. The Bible says, cast all your troubles on Him, because He cares for you. And I truly believe He does care for us. Look what He did. He died on the cross and will forgive us if we ask. And follow Him, because it's so easy to follow. I'm not going to say I never really followed my parents like they were gods, but I really loved my parents. Really was thankful that we got to have the things that we got to have when we were kids. And my dad was always working on my car for me when it broke down. He's a great mechanic. So they both helped us out quite a bit. Helped me out a whole lot, more than I deserve. It's just all of us are messed up, and we fight about the wrong things. Sometimes we talk about the wrong things, and we do the wrong things to our family, and so just gotta try and think before you speak. So you always want to think about what you're going to say, because once you let it go, it's out there. And those words don't just come right back. They're stuck in that person's heart at times. It can cause lots of damage to that person because of the bad grudge that they have toward you. And it can cause to the person who caused it, because then something happens to that person, and let's say they pass away, they end up in the hospital partly because of the way they're handling their emotions toward me or toward somebody in the family. So those grudges, those hard times, those things that someone has done to you, just let them go and give them to God, and He'll take care of them. And we don't want to wish harm to anybody. We want to wish good health, happiness, love, respect, self-control, discipline. We want good things to come to those that are around us and those that aren't around us, but especially our family. Don't let that drive you away. It can wedge us so many parents, so many wives and wives and husbands. It just separates and just destroys relationships. And we have the control to say, I'm sorry. And we have the control to say, please forgive me. And then it's in then they control, either they forgive you or they don't forgive you, then it's on them. I'm not saying that, maybe I am saying, if I slap someone with my words, I want to apologize and then try not to do it again. But that slap hurts a lot more than what it didn't hurt you at all when you let it go, but it can really hurt somebody. The word that you tell, we want to use words to build up, not to tear down. I heard that one time and it made sense. Build up, not tear down. And I've done them both. Probably the tearing down more than I realize. And as I think about it, I apologize. If I've ever been mean to you or ever put you down or ever done something toward you, forgive me. Please. And I think I mentioned before about looking back. So I just need to keep looking forward and do the best I can with the situation. So if you're driving forward, you're looking through the big windshield. And how is the windshield? It's like this huge. But when we're looking at our rearview mirror, how big is that? It's little. So we always want to keep our eyes on the prize, Jesus Christ, of looking forward. Don't look back. Don't look in your rearview mirror. Can you imagine? How far could you drive if you're driving your car, which you're actually driving your life backwards when you look back, when you keep thinking and you keep remembering things that person has done to you or the things that they've done. So if you look in your rearview mirror, you're going to definitely end up in a wreck. So I would say what's going to happen if you keep looking back, you're going to wreck your life. So many people die because of stress, because of hurt, because they're looking back. So we want to take a step forward while we're looking forward. We can't look back. And keep taking steps forward to getting better, both physically, mentally. Challenge your minds. And there's no time. So are you too young? Or are you too old to learn? Bryson? No. So me neither. I'm not either. I need to learn more and be a better person and be that person God's called me to be. I like to read the Bible. And I'm on my second time So I like the stories. Sometimes I don't really get it, but I know the next time I'll get it, or maybe the next time, maybe the third or fourth time, I don't get it. But I feel certain. Now you can look up so much on your phone or on the internet of what this meant, of the, yeah, so it's easy to do there. But yeah, I never was a reader until I started reading the Bible. My wife and I was studying the Bible the other night together, and I really enjoyed that. 2 nights ago, I've talked to her about us doing it together, and she's ready to go to bed when I get home because I run my business till 8 or 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and don't get there for another hour, 45 minutes. So we did it the other night, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it really is fun to read the Bible with your friends, doing a Bible study, or with your wife, your girlfriend, your husband, whoever it might be. It's really, I think it's the best thing that a person can do. You're always working on your stance or your base. So if I'm standing with one foot like this, let's say my opponent is right here, and my toes facing my opponent. That's where I want to be. And my back foot can't be facing backwards, and they can't be facing sideways. It's going to be facing like this. Because if your feet are in the correct position, you're going to be off balance. And if you're off balance, you get caught off balance, you're going to go down. And if they punch you, even if you're not hurt when you go down, you pop right back up. They're going to give you a standing 8 count. And that's going to hurt your score of that fight. So yeah, balance is so important when you're fighting. And eating, there's no balance there, is there? Cookies for breakfast, Snickers for lunch. No, so I'm not on an eating program, but I try to eat egg or oatmeal, sausage, bacon, each morning, turkey bacon usually. And then at night when I get home, I eat again. So I don't eat during the day, just in the morning. So it's a late breakfast, 10, 11 o'clock, and then I eat another 9 or 10 o'clock. So that's what helped me out. Well, when you're training, you eat about 3 meals a day, and then you try to eat 2 snacks also, and keep your metabolism going. So, yeah, I learned a lot from that, and my father-in-law sent me to a nutritionist, so I learned a lot there. Yeah, just try to drink lots of water, and not lots of Dr. Pepper, not lots of Coke, or lots of even lemonade. It's juice. It's good for you. But when it's lemonade, if it's pure lemonade, it still has a lot of sugar in it, because fruits are sugar. So, and I love I'm a sugaraholic. My wife got me on hooked on, although I haven't eaten in a while, red velvet cake. Yeah, every once in a while she'll make one, or I'll get one. And I like chocolate, your cookies, chocolate cakes, banana pudding just cooked in the oven. Moderation, working out, moderation, eating, moderation, watching TV, moderation. So if I isolate myself, when I get home, I read the Bible, and then before I leave in the morning, I read the Bible. It's a good thing. But I'm not even talking to my wife. So I'm not doing that, but I'm just saying, even a good thing that is good can be bad. Yes, there's moderation. Spend time, share your time with not only your kids, but your wife, your kids, your grandkids. And it's a challenge for the time management. I had my ultimate balancer, my wife, taking care of our kids, and I would spend time with them, but of course just not as much. because they were usually in school during the school year, and I would get home at a decent time, but it was not a time for them. Well, yeah, we got to eat together, so it just wasn't as much time with them either, because either I'm at the school, so I'm away from them, or I was training for a fight. But you don't have to train all day. I'd go for a morning run, and then through the day, play with them if it was summer. We always loved summer times, my kids and I, and my wife. It was always fun. Just spend time together, eat ice cream. You know, moderation. I'd like to just eat one Bluebell gallon a week at once. At once. I've done that before, but I should be bragging about that. But yeah, it was really some fun time. We go on a vacation to Florida. I'm trying to remember of another vacation we went on, but I don't remember the vacation that we didn't go to Florida with our kids. So we're not going to the beach this year, so I guess, but we're going to go to the mountains. That's going to be good. Yeah, we're going to go to, talked about that a little earlier, we're having the family reunion in, I think it's Estes Park, near Estes Park. Yeah. My wife and I bought some property last year in Pagosa Springs. And I fought in Colorado one time, which I didn't get to see any of the, yeah, we went on a hike, and I broke my toe in the first round, so going on that hike was, I don't remember it being painful, but it was a little uncomfortable, I guess. And I lost the fight, so that was, it's hard to be happy. Like I said, I've matured a lot since I was younger in thinking about those things. I never really thought about being a grandparent. Yeah, we continue to take care of ourselves. Moderation on the sweets, moderation on being so, maybe you could call it legalistic on what I'm going to eat, what I'm not going to eat. Well, you just gotta be. You gotta live life. You gotta spoil yourself sometimes. You might call it spoil yourself, and have fun. You can't be Mr. Serious all the time. Mr. I'm right. Mr. I'm perfect. Mr. This is the way you do it. You can't be that way.